How can something as beautiful as this be dying? A plague is ruining the land, but the tree of life still stands. Question is, for how long? End is coming to the new world. The tribes stand divided, in need of someone strong enough to unite them, or bring them all down. This is a story with an unusual beginning. So, let's expect an unusual end. Welcome to Biomutant. Encode your DNA.
Fazer boneco feio.
Define your genetic structure.
Tá boneco feio.
Choose a genetic resilience. Choose your first style. Pick your main color. Choose your detail color. Pick a class. Commando. Deadeye. Psy-freak. Deadeye. Commando. Psy-freak. Deadeye. Commando. Deadeye.
Toledo.
Deadeye chosen. Good choice.
Eita.
Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun. We're already at a crossroads. Choosing a path in life is that fork in the road, but for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a choice. A reflection of your key, the primal...
Let me introduce myself. I'm the light and bright side of you, or your inner voice.
Só consciência estéril do equilíbrio é consequência da sua ação conforme avançar. Não sei se a luz é para mim, você entendeu, Bruno? Muito bem. Claro, acho que está delirando, mas uma hora você vai mudar de ideia. Chegou o Demon. Mas o que vem de volta é instinto, você não pode lutar contra sua natureza.
In your nature, and here I was hoping we'd be all about natural selection, survival of the strongest and so forth.
Natural selection is all about evolution and progress.
Tome. Deixa eu orientar.
Right is always right.
Oi.
Stories of death and the bodies left behind. A reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others. Do you remember the beast that shattered your family? Or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger.
Mesmo esse jogo é bonito, velho. Claridade, tudo. Brilho, top, top. Sai daí! Eita! Para o meu lembrar depois dessa sequência.
Better make a run for it. This is not the time nor
Correr.
place to end this story. This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes. The predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the tree of life started to die. Close encounter. vile sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death, but some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways.
Eita! Morri. Oxê. Ih, oxê. Eita, morreu. Eita, morri.
Slash.
Eita, morri. Morri. Eita. Morri. Oxi. Morri não. Cadê o outro? Acho que sumiu, foi? Bora.
Look, an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight. That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy. Whoa! It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it. The morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress. Blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you. Hold on to that. Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks traveled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new home for their kind. Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only... Just a few moves left. Make them count. There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right. But no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours.
Pior que eu nem vi nada.
The sound of spark metal going pew pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door. A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. Quite a shock to the system.
Ai, fiz errado.
Let's try that again. There you go.
Oxê. José Lídio no jogo.
The wheeled one is out.
É, Zé Lídia.
Better help him out.
Ah!
That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives. He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why. He presents himself as
E aí,
out.
Thiago, beleza?
He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up. He doesn't. There have been rumors of a one-eyed The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is old and sad. There's no doubt you're the child. and that what Looper Lupin did to your village, your Muma. He says it has taken you a long time to bring the past back up to the present. It was after the attack that the unity fell apart. Your Muma's disciples divided and formed tribes as a reaction to the blight that had fallen upon the land. Had it not been for the Tree of Life, no one would have survived. He hopes you at least remember the tree.
E aí, Jonathan, meu parceiro, você é o cara. Voltou uma criança. Ai, meu parceiro Jonathan aí agora.
Asks if you were tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Muma knows you are here. You're such a good child, so you probably did. He understands why you came all the way out here, to see them, the potato people, or Nono, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this little tree here, fueling its source of light. Magic? He claims it's just the force of life, the existence of... The Nono prefer to hide in glitter grass. He says you should get over there and ruffle it. See if you can make...
Lá ele, o boneco anda rebolando. E agora?
You found one.
Bora, João.
They don't come out for everyone. The Nono's key energy is just what the Pensai needs to complete its cycle and grow into a tree of life. Only time will tell. You'll need a net to catch the Nono.
Ah, isso aqui não é online não, Jonathan. Isso é multiplayer. Oxe, vem aqui, Zé.
You handle that net.
O jogo. Cadê o seu? Cadê o seu? Liga o seu Play 5 aí, Jonathan, pra nós jogar. Esse aí de óculos parece com você falando.
He says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Muma comes looking for you. You did good here today. No, she's got lots on her mind. He lost you there for a while, but no memory is alone. It's part of a trail you can follow. He says he remembers every... The tree started to die when the end of days begun, and it was... Records tell of the ruinous devastation.
Bicho é a figura.
His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Nocco has tamed the midget and is
Cascudo.
preparing to take on the hoof puff at the end of the east route.
Deixa só a curtida já aí, Janta. Demora, viu, pai? Isso aqui pra zerar, viu? PS5 demora, viu? Eu comecei agora, por estar nessa conversa toda.
Out of date says it. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part
Ganhei uma rede.
and the situation with the world eaters.
Agora bora. Onde ficou essa rede? Pior que eu nem li, é o que é pra fazer.
You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb. Know that the tree of life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the world eaters.
Biomutant.
A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see.
Pega!
Must be the world eater that chewed off out-of-date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down.
Esse boneco aí parece com meu filho, com o Kelvin. Parece com o Kelvin todinho. Kelvin, esse boneco parece com você.
Look, a survivor. He's heard the stories about the terror inflicted by the World Eaters to other enclaves, but never... He worries there won't be much left to save. He doesn't know what your connection is to this place. Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your actions you... He's grateful for that. You still...
That's a spark of light in you!
What's there to like about light? It hurts to look at.
Not as much as it hurts to look at you.
Always making this personal.
And you're always trying to pretend it's not.
Eu sou cara da luz.
There's out of date again. He must have missed something important. Out of date says you will make a better stand against the World Eaters with the... The Myriad tribe is likely to be a good match as they act on the... Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy as the conflict... The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way. Out of date says someone needs to break the stalemate and shift the balance of power to either Jagnis or Myriad. He believes the tribe Sifus, Myriad especially, will listen to you and expects you to pay at least one of them of... Out of date will be waiting for you beneath the Tree of Life. Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be? It's unusual that natural tunnels like this still exist. Most of them got flooded. This area was beautiful before the tribe war began. Look at it now. It's a war zone. That's the myriad tribe's fortress. Will they be friends or foe? You should head up there. That way you'll know. It's a beaten path to that door. If you go there, you'd better make an entrance. Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. Says the Sifu decides who the Sifu wants to see, but is willing to let you... The Myriad tribe act on understanding of the greater good and a code of honor. They believe He welcomes you to the Myriad fort and introduces himself. But he was hoping you'd show up. The news of a vigilante Ronin on crusade crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 has preceded you. The wall that separates them from the other side? The wasteland you came from? He guesses the time... There's something about your spirit that sparks... The Sifu says sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages, even though she taught him a lot. He was one of the original Wang Fu disciples. There were 6 of them. But the unity fell apart after... Myriad, if you believe there's some good in everyone, there's still hope for tomorrow. He was hoping you'd join them. Their kin have run out of... He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen. You both have gentle mind. Tells you not... Once you...